Hello everybody, Crypto Cap here, and I really want to thank you for checking into my part 3 into my series on Big Sur Jade. In part 1, I gave you directions how to get there and exactly what location to go to. Episode 2, I showed you how to identify jade. And in this episode, we're going to go over to the secrets of the search, because you can't just go whenever you want willy-nilly. You really need to plan it out like you do a fishing trip, because there's a lot of factors. So here we go. We're going to dive into the factors of searching for jade. It's important that I insert right here that when I say we're looking for jade, what we're looking for is we are looking for gravels. The jade lives in the gravels, and we are looking for gravels that are from pea size to golf ball size. Maybe a little bit bigger. When you start talking about, softball size gravel, then you're not going to find much jade in that. It's going to be really hard to move around. We're looking for gravels. We are looking for one jade piece that is in every 1,000 rock of gravel in that area. So you're not going to find a piece of jade sitting all by itself unless someone has put it there. You're going to find the jade in the gravels. Tide is one of the most important factors when you're searching for jade. The lower the tide, the more access you have to gravels that other people have not. If the tide is high, most likely in the area you're searching where the jade is found, you're going to be right up against a cliff wall, and it can even be dangerous because along with tide, you want to have a good surf, or in the previous week, you want there to have been really good surf to churn up all the gravels. So, back to tide. When you're choosing your tide, you're going to want to start your picking at a low tide and pick for your jade while the tide is coming up. You say, well, why is that? Why wouldn't it be easier when the tide was going down? It'll leave you more. Well, this is one of the secrets is that jade is super easy to spot when it's wet. When jade is wet, it just glows. When it's dry, it doesn't. So that's the secret why you need the water. But when the tide is coming in, I've seen this over and over and over. It has to do with the density of jade compared to the density of the other rocks in the gravel that you're searching through. The jade tends to be washed up with every wave. So if you search along the line where the highest water went, right along that line, with every wave, you're going to have a good chance of spotting jade. Time of day. Time of day is very important when you're searching for jade. The sun comes up in the east, of course. When you're down at the bottom of the cliffs, the east is behind a mountain and a cliff. So you really don't get good light until about 1 to 2 hours after sunrise. As well, in the evening, the sun sets over the ocean. It sets offshore. So while you're looking for the jade, you kind of want to be between the sun and the jade when you're looking for it. So time of day factors in to a successful hunt. Season. Crypto Cap, you say, how in the heck could there be a jade hunting season? Well, let me tell you, there's a season. Because this is when you're going to be the most successful hunting jade. You are going to be the most successful directly after a big swell event. Does the swell direction make a difference? Absolutely, yes, it does. From personal experience, when we have a week or more of south to southwest swells, and I'm not talking like 180 degree swells. I'm talking when we get a southwest prolonged swell, like during a Pineapple Express event that we have in California, the swell direction typically comes from 230 to 250. And that is a perfect direction to start piling gravel up between the boulders that you will find jade in. When the swell comes more from the north, when the swell comes from 315 to 340 degrees, the swell tends to wipe the gravels away, and it makes it actually harder to find. But either way, you're going to find better jade and more jade when the gravels are being turned up. That being said, it can be very, very dangerous. It can be it can be deadly. You must always keep your eye on the ocean when the surf is above 3 feet. And in Big Sur, because of the deep offshore trenches, there can be rogue waves. I've been in Big Sur on completely glass flat days when out of nowhere came a double overhead 2 or 3 waves. Never, ever, ever turn your back on the ocean when you're hunting. Well, alright, thanks for checking in the whole video, everybody. Really appreciate it. Go out there, find you some jade. You got a lot of information now to go be successful. If you would, please subscribe to my channel. Really helps. Crypto Cap out.